This is the guy at Georgia Outdoors. As you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I hate hogs. Hate wild hogs, feral hogs, whatever you want to call them. I do occasionally hunt them. I've got some videos on here, but they have moved on my property and have really bullied the deer. They're eating every bit of corn at all my deer stands every single night. How about I just show you some of the, well, why I hate them. Let me show you why I hate them. Look right here. This is one of my deer stands, one of my favorite places to hunt. If you watch the channel, and you know I've killed several deer here, and just look what they've done. Look what they've done. They come in here every single night in groups of 10 to 15, sometimes even more than that, and eat every bit of corn that I put out every night. But you see all this damage, and I'm gonna show you a few more deer stands that they're really doing damage to. But I reached out to Facebook. I said, I need someone who has a Jager Pro hog trap. I've seen the videos of those. Those are those automatic hog traps. And my buddy Austin's got one. I've been friends with Austin for 30 years. And he's bringing it over here in just a little bit. We're gonna get it set up and see if we can trap some of these hogs out. These wild hogs are pretty good eating. I like to keep some around that 100, 125 pound range. But to be honest, I just don't get a whole lot of joy out of killing them. It's just, I do hunt them, but it's not a ton of fun for me. So I want to get these guys off of my property ASAP. Tell where they've all got it matted down and rooted up. There's my deer stand down that way. And it's not uncommon to get a couple of pigs on the property every year, every other year, but this year just big numbers, and they're bullies. The deer can coexist with them, but these hogs come in such big numbers. They eat all the corn. They smell bad. They're laying in the corn pile, and it just kind of pressures the deer off. So kind of one of the main reasons we're wanting to get rid of them is for the deer hunting. There's not really a whole lot of good that comes out of having hogs on your property, in my opinion. But one thing that you could argue is some of the spots where the hogs haven't gotten are the deer. They're going to be there. They're going to kind of push the deer to certain areas, and that is the what's going on right here. I got this food plot, and I've been hunting there, and the deer are really pounding this area a lot more because I think some of the hogs pushed them out of some other areas. But we're going to get corn out for the deer as well, and hopefully maybe you'll see this in a video coming up soon of us killing a nice buck here, because we got a few on the farm. We're just trying to locate them right now. I've said this in a couple of videos, but the mosquitoes this year have been unlike any year in the past several years, as far back as I can remember. That hurricane has really brought the mosquitoes in strong. As much as I hate to say it, I think the hogs have found this corn pile too. I can't say it definitively. I don't have a camera here, but like I've seen some pig tracks there too. So these dang hogs, they gotta go. All right, it's been about 2 hours since the last check-in. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, my buddy Austin just came by and we set this up. It took us maybe 30-40 minutes to set up. We got 8 panels. It comes with 10, but we didn't use 2 of them. We felt like this was big enough, and we're gonna leave the gate open for a few days. And we put some corn down the lane, and we put 50 pounds of corn in there. And these hogs get in here, and when they get comfortable and you feel like there's enough in there, an appropriate amount, you can hit the button and release it. It's got like a trail camera. You're watching what's going on there live. We're gonna leave it open for the next couple of nights and get these hogs really comfortable in there, because we don't want to catch 1 or 2. We want to get as many of them as we can, because he says once you catch the hogs in there and you shoot them, you're probably gonna have to change the location somewhere else. So we're gonna make sure we don't settle for just 1 or 2 pigs. We're gonna try to get as many as we can. But as these hogs get comfortable going in and out, we got all these panels, and they're just connected to each other. So I would imagine once that gate goes down, they're going to go crazy. But it's important to make sure you got the panels on the inside, not out, because a big old boar hog could probably break those welds and push his way out. So we have it set up on relatively flat ground. There is a trail going through there, and we're hoping we can kind of funnel them over here. But as many hogs has been in here the past couple nights, I don't see it being an issue. All right, I'm gonna show you how this door trips, and I'm gonna use the stick for 2 reasons. One, I can get further back and get better camera footage, and that's my biggest excuse. But also, I don't want to lose a finger. But when you hit the button on the app, it pulls that little wire lever right there at the end of my stick and does something like this right here. Right there. And those hogs would be absolutely going crazy in there and trapped. And a word of advice from my buddy who does this, he says when you get here, shoot the biggest, sorry about those limbs there, he says shoot the biggest hog first. He said they made the mistake of shooting one of the smaller ones, and the big one about tore the thing apart. So come in here, shoot the biggest ones first. We're gonna shoot them probably in the head with a 22 rifle. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to get this thing set back up, and we're gonna wait a few days, and when the time's right, we're gonna get some hogs. Really easy to set up, but I am gonna have to set this camera down to do it. Not sure how good that camera footage was, but that's all there is to it. And once that little rod gets pulled in from the pushing the button on the app, drops down, you got hogs. You're in the bacon. I've caught several fish right there by that treetop. Some of my favorite, the old redfin pike. Just checking, have I mentioned that I hate hogs? Well, if I haven't, I do, and here's why. This is one of my favorite deer stands. My brother killed a really nice buck here earlier this year, and they have already destroyed my food plot. They have, I mean, they're just tearing up the corn, they're tearing up my food plot. I got videos of them laying right there in these holes right here. And I don't know where this came from. This old pine top. Look at that old pine top getting brought out here. It wouldn't move. And they're telling what that is, and they're just, I don't know exactly where they're coming from, but the old camera has taken so many pictures of hogs in the past couple nights. This thing killed my batteries. We're about to swap them out, but it looks like they're coming right through there. But, and I've said this before, I know the hogs and deer can use the same food source, but man, the hogs are just bullies. They come in with numbers, they're laying in the corn pile, hanging out for hours, and the deer just, you know, they're gonna prefer to be a little less pressure on them from these hogs. So gotta get them out of here. One of the main reasons I gotta get rid of them is I can't afford to keep feeding them. They're eating 2 to 3 bags of corn per night, and at close to $10 a bag. You do the math. I can do it, but I just want you to do it. Sadly, you're not going to see the hogs get caught on this video. It's going to take several days for them to get acclimated to the trap and to get them on there, but that's a good excuse to hit that subscribe button and you come along on the journey with us. In about 2 weeks, we're going to have our youth hunt with disabled kids from the Outdoor Dream Foundation, and you're not going to want to miss that as well. And we still have another buck tag to fill, so all those are good reasons to hit that subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed this content. Leave a comment below, it really helps the channel out. Until the next one, this has been the unofficial, no doubt incomplete guide, Georgia Outdoors.